Dear students, today's topic in genetics is sex-linked inheritance. Last time I said about sex determination, how sex is determined and how sex is established. Now today we shall know the details about sex-linked inheritance. Now sex-linked inheritance is also called sex linkage. So another name for sex linked inheritance is sex linkage. In certain animals, including human beings, sex related traits are of three types. Sex related traits. Sex related traits or sex related characters. Now in certain animals, including human beings, sex-related traits are of three types. They are: one, sex-linked traits. Sex-linked characters. These are the traits determined by genes present on sex chromosomes. So what are sex-linked traits? These are the traits which are determined by the genes located on the sex chromosomes. Now we will be learning more about these sex-linked traits. Second, sex-limited traits. These are expressed in only one sex. These are the traits which are expressed in a particular sex, though the genes are also present in the other sex. In other words, these are the traits controlled by the genes present in both the sexes, but they are expressed in only one sex, not in the other. Now, a very good example for sex-limited traits is milk secretion. Milk secretion in mammalian females. milk secretion in mammalian females, it is a best example for sex-limited traits. Now, one more sex-related trait is sex-influenced traits. Sex-influenced traits. Now, sex-influenced traits, they are not due to genes. These are not due to genes, but they are due to the products of sex hormones. So, sex-influenced traits are not due to genes, but they are due to the products of sex hormones. For example, in human males, the characters or traits like low-pitched voice, beard, mustaches, and pattern baldness. So, these are all the traits or the characters in human males, and they are more prominent in human males rather than in females, and only the males have these because it is a sex-influenced trait. So, these are the three patterns of sex-related traits in certain animals, including human beings. Now, in this topic, we learn more about this type of sex-related traits, namely sex-linked traits. Now, first, what is sex-linked inheritance? And later, we shall illustrate this sex-linked inheritance with some examples, particularly in the fruit fly, Drosophila melanogaster, and in human beings. Now, sex-linked inheritance, I said it is also called sex linkage. Now, in the former class, I said sex is determined by the chromosomes called the sex chromosomes, also called allosomes. And these sex chromosomes are allosomes. They determine the sex. Other chromosomes which remain common both for males and females, they are autosomes. Hence, the sex chromosomes are primarily concerned with the determination of sex. So the sex chromosomes, for example, in human, XX sex chromosomes determine female sex and XY sex chromosomes determine maleness. Hence, the sex chromosomes are primarily concerned with the determination of sex, but they do carry genes for other characters. Let me repeat. The sex chromosomes are primarily concerned with determination of sex, but they do carry genes for other characters. Such characters determined by genes located on the sex chromosomes, such body characters which are controlled by the genes located on the sex chromosomes are called sex-linked characters. Sex-linked characters. Now, what do you mean by sex-linked characters? Sex-linked characters are the body characters which are determined by the genes located on the sex chromosome. So, just like the autosomes carrying the genes linearly along their length, sex chromosomes also carry the genes. And these genes which are located on the sex chromosomes, they control certain body characters. That's what I said in the beginning. The sex chromosomes are primarily concerned with the determination of sex, but they do have genes for other characters, and such body characters controlled by the genes located on the sex chromosomes, they are called sex-linked characters or sex-linked traits. Sex-linked characters or sex-linked traits, these are the characters or traits determined by genes located on the sex chromosomes. Now, the genes that are located on the sex chromosomes controlling these sex-linked traits or characters, the genes are called sex-linked genes. So, what are sex-linked genes? These are the genes located on the sex chromosomes which determine some of the body characters. And such body characters determined by these genes are called sex-linked characters or sex-linked traits, and the genes controlling them located on the sex chromosomes, they are called sex-linked genes. And the phenomenon of inheritance of such genes or such characters is called sex-linked inheritance or sex linkage. So how do you define sex-linked inheritance or sex linkage? The phenomenon, the process of inheritance of sex-linked genes or sex-linked characters is called sex-linked inheritance or sex linkage. Now, like the autosomes, sex chromosomes also carry the genes controlling some of the body characters, and these genes are called sex-linked genes. Now, these sex-linked genes include X-linked genes, X-linked genes. Now, X-linked genes. What do you mean by X-linked genes? These are the genes located on X chromosome. Genes located on the X chromosome. Genes located on the X chromosome, they are called X-linked genes. And the genes located on the Y chromosome, they are called Y-linked genes. Y-linked genes. So Y-linked genes, these are the genes that are located in Y chromosome of the male. So these are present on the Y chromosome. So these are the genes located on the X chromosome, and these are the genes located on the Y chromosome. Now, Y-linked genes, they are also called Hollandric genes. Y-linked genes, they are also called Hollandric genes. Now, this concept of sex-linked inheritance, now this concept of sex-linked inheritance, it was introduced by T.H. Morgan. The concept of sex-linked inheritance was introduced by T.H. Morgan in 1910. In other words, sex-linked inheritance, it was discovered by T.H. Morgan in 1910 when he studied the inheritance of red white eye color trait. When he studied inheritance pattern, that is red white eye color trait character in a fruit fly called Drosophila melanogaster. Now, in some of the earlier classes, I said about this fly fruit fly, common name, and the scientific name is Drosophila melanogaster. Now T.H. Morgan, Thomas Hunt Morgan, he conducted elaborate genetic work in this insect, Drosophila melanogaster. Now Morgan, he was having a culture of Drosophila, and the normal eye color, the wild type of eye color in Drosophila is red eye color. So in a culture of Drosophila having red eye color, surprisingly Morgan noticed a male Drosophila having mutant eye color, a changed eye color, the white eye color. He was amazed, he was surprised to locate this male Drosophila having a mutant eye color, white eye color. So this has made him to proceed with crossbreeding experiments on Drosophila having red and white eye color trait, and this has led to the discovery of this pattern of inheritance, namely sex-linked inheritance. So the concept of sex-linked inheritance was introduced by T.H. Morgan. T.H. Morgan first discovered this pattern of inheritance, namely sex-linked inheritance in Drosophila, related with this character, red-white eye color trait. Now later, it has been estimated that this fruit fly, Drosophila melanogaster, has contained about 150 sex-linked genes or X-linked genes. In other words, almost 150 sex-linked traits are being studied in Drosophila. Now, before I explain, before I illustrate more details about sex-linked inheritance with examples, let me list out here some of these salient features of sex-linked inheritance. Characteristics of sex-linked inheritance. Characteristics of sex-linked inheritance. Following are the key features of sex-linked inheritance or sex linkage. 1, it is a crisscross. It is a crisscross inheritance. It is a crisscross inheritance. Now, crisscross inheritance is also called skip generation, skip generation, skip generation transmission. So sex-linked inheritance is a crisscross inheritance or skip generation transmission. So what do you mean by crisscross inheritance? Sex-linked inheritance is a crisscross inheritance. What do you understand by this? What does it mean? Now in crisscross inheritance, males, fathers, pass the X-linked trait to their grandsons through daughters. Now here, this father say it is a white-eyed Drosophila. Now this white-eyed Drosophila, that is male Drosophila, this white eye color is a sex-linked trait. It is controlled by the gene carried on the X chromosome. So this white eye color in Drosophila, a X-linked trait. During inheritance, this white eye color will be inherited by the daughter, that is the female of the next generation, and later this will be passed on to the grandson, the male of this daughter fly in the next generation. So this is called crisscross transmission. Now if the character, the white eye color, if it is directly passed to the son, that is a male fly, in the next generation, this is called direct transmission or vertical transmission. This is direct transmission or vertical transmission, but this is crisscross transmission. Now always X-linked character, sex-linked trait, it will take this particular path. So this is crisscross pattern of transmission or skip generation transmission. So this is one feature of the sex-linked inheritance or X-linked inheritance. So this is sex-linked crisscross inheritance or X-linked inheritance. This is one feature. But this is not the feature of X-linked inheritance. So this is what is called a vertical transmission, but usually vertical transmission is the feature of Y-linked inheritance. Y-linked inheritance has this type of transmission, namely vertical transmission. But whenever we say about sex-linked inheritance, it is more relevant to X-linked inheritance. So this is one feature of sex-linked inheritance or one characteristic of sex-linked inheritance. That is, sex-linked inheritance is a crisscross inheritance or skip generation inheritance. Now, second, reciprocal crosses. Reciprocal crosses yield different results. Another feature of sex-linked inheritance is reciprocal crosses yield different result. Now, what do you mean by reciprocal crosses? And if the reciprocal crosses yield different result, then the character involved in the inheritance is a sex-linked trait or X-linked trait. Now, first, what is reciprocal crosses? What are reciprocal crosses? Reciprocal crosses are two crosses. Reciprocal crosses are a pair of crosses where in one cross the character is introduced by one sex, say female, and in the other cross the character is introduced by the other sex, namely male. So, two such crosses are called reciprocal crosses. Now, I shall give you example here for reciprocal crosses. I told you reciprocal crosses are two crosses, a pair of crosses. Now, in cross 1, the character is introduced by one sex, say female. Now, say here, a white-eyed female, white-eyed female, it is crossed with a red-eyed male. Now, this is one cross. Now, in this cross, the sex-linked trait, now here white eye color is a sex-linked recessive trait. Now, this sex-linked recessive trait, that is white eye color, it is introduced in this cross by the female. Now, this is one cross. Now, in the another cross, the sex-linked recessive trait, white eye color, it is introduced by the male. So, white-eyed male is crossed with a red-eyed female. Now, observe here, these are the two crosses. Now, these two crosses are called reciprocal crosses. Now, why they are called reciprocal crosses? Because in these two crosses, a given character is introduced into the cross by two different sexes. Now, here the white eye trait is introduced into the cross by the female, and another cross here which forms a pair. Here the same character, white eye color, the trait, it is introduced into the cross by the male. So, here the white eye trait is introduced by the female, and here it is introduced by the male. And two such crosses related with the inheritance of a particular character, they are called reciprocal crosses. Now these are the two reciprocal crosses. Now if you work out these two crosses, that is, if we find out here what are the F1 individuals and what are the individuals of the F2 generation. Now in this cross, what are the flies produced in the F1 generation and what are the flies produced in the F2 generation. Similarly, the progeny here, F1 progeny and F2 progeny, compare the F1 progeny and F2 progeny of these two crosses. Invariably, we find that the results are different. In either case, the F1 progeny are different and in the F2 progeny also different. So, reciprocal crosses yield different result. Now, when the reciprocal crosses yield different result, then the trait involved in the inheritance, the character involved in the inheritance is a sex-linked trait or X-linked trait. Now earlier, when we studied about Mendel's work, in the experiments of Mendel, there he did not mention, we did not present there in a cross which one is male and which one is female. Without mentioning the males and females in a cross, we have studied Mendel's work and the details. In monohybrid cross, we got the result 3:1. In dihybrid cross, we got the result 9:3:3:1. But in all these crosses of Mendel, monohybrid cross and dihybrid crosses, there we did not mention any details about the sex of the parents. See, we have shown there, we have observed there the phenotypes and genotypes of the parents, but definitely we did not denote there the sex of the parents, because their sex has no effect on the results. In other words, in Mendelian inheritance, in comparison to sex-linked inheritance, in Mendelian inheritance, reciprocal crosses yield same result. Results will not change in reciprocal crosses of Mendelian inheritance. But in the case of sex-linked inheritance, the reciprocal crosses yield different result. Now this will be made more clear when I explain about the sex-linked inheritance or X-linked inheritance in Drosophila, particularly illustrating the details about red-white eye color trait inheritance. This will be made more clear. Now one more characteristic of sex-linked inheritance is mothers pass the allele of X-linked the allele of X-linked trait to their sons and daughters. Mothers pass the allele of sex-linked trait to their sons and daughters. So here, mothers pass the allele of X-linked trait to their sons and daughters, because see, the mother's female, it has a pair of X chromosomes. In human, XX is female and XY is male, and the two X chromosomes present in a human female having this X-linked genes, when the two X chromosomes during hereditary transmission, each of the X chromosome will be received by the individual of the next generation. It may be a son or a daughter. So always both son and daughter, they receive X chromosome from the mother. So the daughter has two X chromosomes. One X chromosome she receives from the mother, and the other X chromosome she receives from the father. Whereas the son having one X chromosome and one Y chromosome, always the son will receive the X chromosome from the mother. But the only X chromosome that is present in the son, it is not been received from the father. But the son having only one X chromosome and this single X chromosome present in the son, it is inherited invariably from the mother, never from the father. But always the son will receive the Y chromosome from the father. So the X and Y chromosome present in the son, always the X chromosome is received from the mother and the Y chromosome is coming from the father. So this is how the son will get the chromosomal, sex chromosomal configuration X and Y. So always mothers pass the allele of the X-linked trait to their sons and daughters. So we have few more characteristic features, salient features of sex-linked inheritance. So we shall learn those details in the next class.